a contradictive thing that the occupational therapy team actually did is when I started having fits and muscle locking spasms in 2011, occupational therapists came to my home and they gave me a bathboard so that I could get in and out of the bath. And they said to me at the time that, remember I started having fits and muscle locking spasms. They gave me a bathboard so that I could get in and out of the bath. They said to me that something like my bathroom, when there was the decent homes thing, and I asked them what they could do about the bathroom, if anything at all, because I didn't know. Obviously, all I knew is that when you're disabled, sometimes there are things that could be done to make life easier or better. So I actually asked them, like, what kind of a bathroom would you give? And this was just the builder person. And he said, nothing. Something like, there's nothing, the bathroom is too small to be adapted. He said the bathroom was too small so that it couldn't be adapted, right? So I just thought that was a thing, and so obviously the occupational therapy team, I think that's what they thought, that's what they said. The bathroom can't be adapted, it's not going to be adapted. So they gave me a bathboard to get in and out of the bath, and that's what I thought was like a thing, and so that's what I have, a bathboard, okay? And they looked at my kitchen, and my kitchen was smaller than the one that I have now, and they said that what they would do to people in my condition is give them a stool to sit down on in the kitchen, so you can, so I can prepare meals and do things like that, so that I can, so I don't have to use my feet sometimes when I can't use my feet or if it hurts. But they said that they wouldn't give me a stool for me to sit on in the kitchen because their stools, the legs of their stools splay out, and there wasn't enough space in my kitchen for the stools that the occupational therapy team give to people in my condition. So that I listened to, and I thought that was a thing, okay? So now I live somewhere different. And the biggest contradiction is, right? In 2011, when I started having muscle lock and spasms and fits, right? I had a bath in the place where I lived, and I was given a bathboard by the occupational therapy team. So when I moved to this place here that I live in now, in 2014, I asked the occupational therapy team if they would come around, because I don't have a bath in my place. I don't have a bath. And for not only for me, I moved here with my family, so it wasn't only for me, but I just know that the primary school that my children went to, right next to it, that there is a school for children with special needs, and in that school they have a pool, a swimming pool, and it's heated, and it's a heated swimming pool because for people that have, just for anybody, you don't have to have special needs, and this is the thing, for anybody, having a bath or warmth relaxes muscles, and it helps us to be more agile, to be more physically fit and able to do things, right? Helps our circulation. It's good for our circulation. And so when I moved to the property where I live now in 2014, I called the occupational therapy team. They didn't visit me until the year 2015. And I obviously, because I don't have a bath in my house, there was just a shower cubicle with ridges on the base of it, and just when I came to view the property and I saw that, I just said, can we please put a bath in there? And they said, no, we can't put a bath in there. The people that lived here before had a corner bath, and that's it. The woman said, well, what the housing officer said is, she said, no, I doubt that they'll put a bath in there, and the people that used to live here used to have a corner bath. So then she was actually saying that the space that I have to wash in right now is too small to fit a bath in there, right? That's what she's saying. So it's like they're acting like the space that the washroom that I have, the space there is too small to put a bath in. But the thing is, where I used to live, that space was smaller than the one I've got now, right? And in that space, there was a sink, a bath, and a toilet, and a radiator. Yeah, so I didn't need handrails because to get off on and off of the toilet was built on a plinth, so the toilet was up on a plinth anyway, right? And I didn't have handrails for a long period of time, and then I did get a handrail, but I didn't have handrails because I would use the edge of the bath and the radiator to get on and off the toilet. Right, so when the occupational therapy team came, the occupational therapists came to the house and they gave me a handrail. That made it smaller. That made the space smaller, and it made it more difficult. Right, it's particularly where it was angled. It made it actually a bit harder for me to get on and off of the toilet. Right, and also remember, I was living with my children. It's not like I'm just living on my own. So sometimes you don't want some adaptations if it actually ain't useful, and if it makes it difficult for other people, and it's harder to keep things clean because of the way that they usually are. They got ridges on them. You have to clean it with a toothbrush and all that. Now it's all right for you to do that sometimes, but if you've got to do it because something just gathers dust, collects dust a lot more, and it shouldn't even be there. But anyway, that's a different thing. So what I'm saying is, the bathroom, the actual what is called a bathroom, because it had a bath in it, a sink and a toilet and a radiator, right? That was smaller than the place I've got now. So sometimes it's like, if they really think that space that I've got, yeah, that had a shower cubicle in it is too small to have a bath in, then why wouldn't they make it bigger and make it an actual bathroom? Right? That's just a suggestion. I'm just saying that, and I'm only saying that because it's like we're not in the European Union anymore, because probably the European Union would maybe say to them, no, you've got to make it bigger, or there's just something in it. I don't know, there's something in why there's not a bath, yeah, in my house, yeah, but then there are baths all over the country in rooms that are the same size or smaller. Yeah, that's just for the housing associations. It's like you're saying that you don't want to put a bath in here, but anywhere else there are other places that actually the room is the same size. It does have a bath in it, it has a sink in it, and they have toilets in them. And I'm not saying that it's that it's right that we shouldn't have enough space, because believe me, where I've come from, I've been to somewhere else where a woman has done her bathroom and she's bigger than me, and her bathroom is an actual bathroom with a bath, a toilet and a sink in it, but it is so small you can't even turn around in it, right? So I'm saying, yeah, that I believe you could put a bath in there and it could be a better functioning room that hadn't have caused as much health problems and as it has. And if they had to put a bath in there probably wouldn't be no water leak like there is from what has been created from that shower, that room being put in there. But that isn't the only reason why I'm saying this. I'm talking about the biggest contradiction from the occupational therapy team is this as well. So when I've come to this property and the occupational therapist came here, and I said to them, I really need a bath because I have a musculoskeletal condition, fibromyalgia, number one. So my muscles and my joints, my muscles hurt, my legs hurt, my joints hurt, my upper body hurts. Like, trust me, it's not funny. Yeah. Also, right, I can't use my feet properly. So, I can't even stand up all the time. Like, it's not really advice. Like, if I've got fibromyalgia, I'm going to say this. You see, when your bones hurt, when your body hurts, I can only describe it. It's like, I didn't like being sick when I was young. If I had a cold or the flu, when you have the flu and you cough and your stomach hurts and it's all different. Fibromyalgia is like that. It's like, you hurt, innit? If your body convulses and your body tenses up a lot, the next day, it's like you've done, I don't know, more than 50 sit-ups. Like, your muscles hurt. And that's if your body convulses and you have fits and muscle locking spasms and stuff, right? So, yeah, a bath is advisable to relax muscles because then it helps me to get around more. And when I've been having muscle locking spasms, it's the only thing that actually helps. The only way I can get better is having a bath. Like, because it relaxes my muscles so that actually what created all that tension and made me have fits and convulsions is unblocked, because I can't use my foot properly. So that's why I have fibromyalgia, because my muscles are getting mashed down, or they're not getting used properly, or they're being used a bit too much because I was reliant on my right foot. I'm more reliant on my right foot because I can't use the majority of my left foot properly. That's why I use a walking stick, So the contradiction was that I've come to live here, there's no bath here, and then the occupational therapist said to me that I can't have a bath. They don't advise me having a bath, and they won't allow me to have a bath because I have muscle locking spasms and fits, and they wouldn't want me to injure myself. But when I started having muscle locking spasms and fits, they gave me a bathboard to get in and out of the bath with. So that's all I was trying to say. In that video where you can hear the whole phone call of me phoning up the occupational therapist team to get the telephone number as per the request of my landlord, because they've built this washroom and it's created rot. It's created rising damp and rot in the house that I'm living in, and it's the skirting boards are crumbling. So in that, at the end of that video, I said there's contradictions. There's things that the occupational therapies team have said to me, and then they've contradicted themselves, and they've done it. They've blatantly done it. Like, I've still got my bath board, but I don't have a bath. Do you know how much it hurts me? Like, it hurts me because I really need to have a bath. It's not a joke. And also, it's like... Yeah, so one day, this is what hurts as well. This is what let me know as well, wow, it's all really wrong. These are a couple of other things. It's like I was speaking to a lady who was in employment at the time, so me as an unemployed woman went to somewhere and I saw someone who was at their job, and we were talking about where we live, because we actually lived in the same area, and the lady just lives on a different road. And so she said to me that she has a similar condition to mine, and that she had her bathroom adapted to suit her needs, to suit her. And so that's what let me know that, so when they done the Decent Homes refit, and I said to them, a different bathroom, whatever, to suit, like, what do you recommend? What would you suggest? And they said, no, nothing. So that let me know that wasn't the truth. And that's why it hurts as well. Like, so is that because I was unemployed, or what? Why did they do that to me? Why didn't they tell the truth? And why have they done everything that they've done to me differently to how they've treated other people? Also, yeah, because that hurts. Like, I'm really affected. Also, the last thing is, so when they did do the Decent Homes thing, because I've got a bath in my garden, and I specifically kept that bath from when they done the Decent Homes refit, and I kept it because I grow blackberries and raspberries. I had raspberries at the time, and I grow blackberries, and obviously you don't want them to take over the whole garden and grow into everyone else's garden. So obviously if you can grow them in something, and I just thought, well, great, they're not throwing away. Rather than them throw away the bath, I'll keep the bath and I'll grow my plants in it as a bedding thing. So when I moved it here to the place that I live in now, but when they done the Decent Homes refit, right, in that same bathroom, my old bathroom, they put a smaller bath into that bathroom. So it was a small space, very small space, but they put a smaller bathroom in that bathroom. And they actually, instead of, I put a shower in that place, and my thing cost £30. I bought a shower rail riser kit. It's called a shower rail riser kit. I bought this shower thing for like $29.99 from Argos. Thank you. Argos. I bought a shower rail riser kit, $29.99. I put that in, and so that me and my children could have a shower, because there was no shower there. And all I'd known is that I could go to Superdrug and buy a shower like for $4.99 or $9.99, attach it to the taps, but that wouldn't be adequate. It wouldn't be fitted to the wall, so it wouldn't be the best thing for my children and me. And so that's what I'm saying. That's what I did, because I got advice from my parents about that. I asked them, I said, and they said that, yeah. So we had a shower and fitted a shower curtain. So there's a shower there and a shower curtain. And where you stand in the bath, you stand up in the bath, we were central. The shower was central to the taps and to the way that we were standing and facing. So there wasn't never a problem there. And when I got to that property, there was damp in that property. And I fixed up that bathroom, yeah. I had to paint it every year at first to get away the damp. Then I fixed the problem, because what the problem was is where there was a bath and there was the bath surround, the edge of the bath, there was like a space, like it was made of wood. I would assume it's made of wood, and the wood was rotten, so the water was seeping in underneath to the bath bit. So I just really built that up, right? Really built it up, filled it with mastic, built it up, and then I covered it over with, stones you get where they're flat on the bottom and they're raised on the top. I just put those stones in there with some glue and then grouted over it so that, trust me, it just fitted in with it so that there was no damp again, right? No damp again, right? You get a grout pen, and you go over between the grout and you get rid of those things, and I specifically painted the bathroom white because I don't want to see damp and I know it's possible, all right? So what I'm saying is the shower was central to where we were washing and to the tap, so we never had any problems, and the bath was the width of the bath that it is, right? So when they done the decent homes, they just took out everything, right, and they put in a smaller bath, and they put the shower in the corner so that where you have to stand, it is angled in the corner. And I said to the man, why are you doing that? Don't put it there. Obviously put it central to the taps. He said, no, he's been told to put it like that. So obviously that's what he did, and the bath was smaller. Automatically, I started to get a little bunion on my big toe. And so what I did is I had to just keep rubbing and retrain it so that I didn't actually get a bunion, and I was all right and I felt better, thank God. Right? So I just learned from that a smaller bath and standing at an angle to have a shower is not the way to be. It's not a good thing. So what I did is I took down that shower and I put it back, resituated it so it was all central, and that was better because it was about having my foot angled on the edge of the bath bit where the bath curves, and that was what was creating a bunion. And so I'm saying the difference between the shower that I had bought for $29.99 and the difference between when I wanted to upgrade, because mine was made of rubber, and I said, well, then I would like it metal so it doesn't, fall off and it's better. It cost $49.99 from anywhere. $49.99. So I just need to buy a new metal thing for $49.99 to achieve so that I could get what my landlord had put in via the whole decent homes thing when I had to go around at night afterwards, the men had been, so that I could block up the holes so that there wasn't a rat and mouse infestation in the block and things like that. So I'm just saying these are the things that people do, and we don't complain, we just do it because this is our homes, this is our lives, and it's where we live, and how we want to live. So I'm saying, the occupational therapist, you told me that my bathroom was too small to be adapted, and you gave me a bathboard, and then you gave me a bathboard when you knew that I had just started having fits and muscle-locking spasms and couldn't even walk or talk properly, okay? You also then done this thing called the re-enablement program or something, where you're supposed to actually assess my conditions to see what help I do need, and then you didn't get me any help. You didn't allow me to get help for myself, right? That's what you did. And then when I come here, you say to me, nah, you can't have a bath because you have muscle-locking spasms and fits. And you already knew that I have a cousin who is a registered carer. That's her job. She is older than me. It's her job. Why would the occupational therapy team say that I shouldn't have a bath when they knew that my children are young carers and that I have a cousin who's a registered carer who's older than me? They said that I couldn't have a bath because they didn't want me to hurt myself if I had a wash. If necessary, I could have a wash and someone would be there to help me, and I wouldn't have a wash if I wasn't physically fit enough and I didn't feel safe doing so. So it didn't make sense to me. When I had an assessment of my disabilities, someone from the occupational therapy team watched me having a shower in a bath, sitting on a bathboard, and they could see the difficulty that sitting on a bathboard caused me some days because of my conditions. My GP wrote to the occupational therapy team twice after the occupational therapy team asked the GP for information regarding my health conditions. The GP recommended that the occupational therapy team ask my housing association to put a bath in my home. I was told by the occupational therapy team that they think that I should have a washroom built and I should perch on a chair and wash. washroom that was built created damp and mold rot in my kitchen and my living room, and it didn't do my health very much good.